I think you're going to remember today, it's going to be a free nation that we're dealing with. We're going to have a very free and beautiful nation. It's going to be Liberation Day in America, and it's going to be a day that hopefully you're going to look back in years to come and you're going to say, you know, he was right. This has turned out to be one of the most important days in the history of our country.
Going back to June of 2020, it pushes the S&P 500 back into correction territory, down 12% from its all-time high, 5396 and change is where it settles on the day. The Dow Jones Industrial Average lost more than 1,600 points on the day, taking it down by 4% on the day. The NASDAQ Composite down 1,000 points or 6%. The NASDAQ 100 down 1,000 points or 5.4%. The Russell 2000 down more than 100 points or 7%. S&P 400 mid-caps down 7%. Dow Transports down 9%. And I know, Alex, you like to look at the equal weighted index.
I do.
That was underperforming relative to the S&P, down 4.8%.
Not just tech.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through what you're thinking about why you decided to put a 90-day pause?
Well, I thought that people were jumping a little bit out of line. They were getting yippy, you know, they were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid, unlike these champions, because we have a big job to do. No other president would have done what I did. No other presidents, they wouldn't have done it. And it had to be done. What was happening to us on trade, not only with, you know, if you look at it, not only with China. China was by far the biggest producer in history, and others also, but somebody had to do it. They had to stop because it was not sustainable.
Donald Trump is trashing our economy. First, Donald Trump imposed across-the-board tariffs. Then, just a few hours ago, he dropped those tariffs to 10% on everyone and moved the tariffs up to 125% on China, up from 105% yesterday. Now, there's confusion, there's chaos. No one knows what the tariffs will be tomorrow or the next day or next week or next month. But here's what we do know. Are prices still going up? Yes. Are businesses still wary about investing? Yes. Are millions of working people still worried about their jobs? And millions of small businesses still worried about closing shop? Yes. And right before Donald Trump declared that some of his tariffs were off again, he sent out a message to his billionaire buddies. He posted, "This is a great time to buy," in all caps. Was that market manipulation? Was it corruption in plain sight? We need an independent investigation into market manipulation because Americans need to know whether President Trump or anyone in his administration